Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ring Banter podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Bain, with Gabe Jones and Bradley Bain. Today, we are recapping a little bit of Double or Nothing, just going over who won, stuff like that, and then NXT Battleground, and we'll be revealing who the new prediction champion is. Um, Definitely not Gabe. Anyways,
Nope.
Anyway,
before we start, I have something that Tony Khan had said, and it was about WWE counter programming them.
It
So
was just at the media scrum thing.
yeah,
oh, I need to watch that, but yeah, go ahead.
he
He was
goes.
wait.
Oh,
That's fucking funny.
Mark?
All right, he
That's
goes.
how he is.
He says it's pretty consistent. I'd say it's the most consistent event head-to-head scheduling I've seen since Jim Crockett Promotions. Saw a lot of scheduling that went that way. I could tell you this, it will go a lot differently than that did. So,
ooh,
yeah, that's not happening, Tony Khan. Sorry. It's just not. But, that's pretty much all he said, I believe. I haven't seen anything else crazy.
oh my
But,
gosh.
you can go ahead with the double or nothing recap,
Thing.
Bradley.
Well, the ticket sales first for Double or Nothing. I got that up.
Okay.
Oh,
It was 8,000 that they distributed, and tickets available was 518.
Wow.
And then, so AEW Double or Nothing. It starts with Mercedes Monet in the Owen Hart Cup final, defeating Jamie Hayter. Uh, Mercedes wore Bret Hart Owen like gear. Um, like there's some single awkward single leg crab spots they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had Meteora. Um, Fans were really not into the match at first. They got more into the match as the women laid their strikes. Uh, Mercedes hit four consecutive backstabbers before locking in the statement maker, the bank statement. Hater counter second statement maker into ugly Yusha Guroshi.
Mm.
And then Mercedes counter another lariat with the ugly schoolboy roll up where Jamie landed right on her head, ultimately winning the tournament.
Mm.
ooh.
And I don't have the Meltzer ratings because they're not up yet, but Forbes gave this match a B.
I thought you said they were up.
No, I thought they were. But,
Oh my gosh. Bleacher Report gave it an A plus. Good lord.
That's wild.
um, so next up is FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
All
Yep.
right.
Um, Before the match, Daniel Garcia gave Cash Wheeler a sarcastic hug. Yep,
Why?
FTR tried to bully Tony Schiavone again. Excalibur made it more dramatic by they try to paralyze Schiavone.
They're trying to paralyze you, Tony.
Garcia received a big pop for his signature dance, and Nigel received an even bigger pop as he tagged in. He got high tagged in. There's no underdog heat for Nigel like there was for Pat McAfee.
No.
After FTR accidentally clotheslined each other, McGuinness and Garcia locked in dueling submissions. Stokely Hathaway tried to interrupt, but was thwarted by Daddy Magic.
Who?
Ah, Matt Menard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Garcia hit multiple top rope superplexes from different corners of the ring. He used the Super Three Amigos. After Shad Machine on the outside, FTR confronted Tony Schiavone again. Then they turned their attention to Daniel Garcia as Dax locked Garcia's sharpshooter. Garcia passed out, and FTR won.
Yep, Garcia's like Stone Cold, just
Yep.
like him.
You know, he's a badass like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Also a B. Oh, next up is the stretcher match with Ricochet and Mark Briscoe.
Let me guess, A plus.
Uh, well, Ricochet missed a shooting star onto the stretcher. That had to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Briscoe capitalized by paying homage to Mick Foley with the elbow to the outside. The honor
Nice.
saw booed by throwing a steel chair at Ricochet's bald head. So I guess they pulled that Rey Mysterio move.
Nice.
Uh, Briscoe continues domination by shining Ricochet's head with Mr. Clean.
Oh, I seen
I
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Had to make sure it was squeaky.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet took control, busting Briscoe wide open to the tune of "You Sick Fuck" chants. Ricochet
Nice.
stopped Briscoe in the ambulance to try closing the door, but Briscoe blocked it with a crutch. A bloody Briscoe came with a J driller inside the ring.
Mm.
Briscoe followed up with a froggy bow,
Yep.
and then Ricochet used his trusty scissors on Brock. Briscoe is now bleeding worse than viewers when Ricochet is on television. Ricochet locked Briscoe in the ambulance and closed the doors for the win. And B plus, Nathan.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next is Her Syndicate versus Sons of Texas. MJF walked out to, ovation. Um, MJF mainly got involved throughout this match. Like distracted the ref, like helped Shelton win a kick.
Mm.
MJF tried to give Shelton his dynamite diamond ring right in front of Aubrey Edwards, who did nothing to stop him. Instead, Bobby Lashley did Aubrey's job for her and stopped MJF from using the ring. So he didn't want the help. Like, what the hell?
Okay.
After MJF gate Dustin Rhodes' eye, a proud Bobby Lashley spear rose through the barricade. Benjamin was late to cutting off a Sammy suicide dive, but Benjamin eventually pinned Guevara, leading to the person that came on.
Nice.
So B minus we got.
All right.
Then next is Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the Continental Champion. Mike Bailey accidentally kicked the steel steps for real, hurting his leg.
Hmm.
Oh, but he did the crane pose on his good leg, though.
Okay.
From the Karate Kid.
Yep.
That's his move.
Yep. Bailey works very hard with dives to the outside, running shooting star presses. But Okada worked out of it. Tony Schiavone noted the breaths were coming out heavy for Speedball, but not so much for Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Okada avoided a super kick and counter with the middle finger.
Oh my god.
Uh, Okada embraced a drop kick and tried the Rainmaker, but Bailey countered with another kick. Bailey pinned Okada after the time adventure, but Okada grabbed the bottom rope right despite referee Rich Knox making the 3 count.
Oh, he did.
The ref immediately reversed the call. Okada won after hitting Bailey with another drop kick while Speedball was in midair.
So he won with the drop kick.
One with the
Yep.
drop kick. Oh
Oh, Miles
god.
Bourne. He was
Mm-hmm.
trying to be like him. A great looking finish, they say. And they give it B plus.
Oh gosh.
Okay, next is Timeless Tony versus Mina Shakira.
Or is that how you?
Shakira, I
I don't
butchered
remember.
that, but
I don't
there
remember
were
what I'm
more
saying.
and a half hands for Tony and Mina. They spent the opening moment trying to outshine one another. Uh, Luther tried to stand in front of charging Mina, but she attacked him and hit a spinning crossbody on Storm. Luther then took a flying crossbody from Mina. Mina worked her ass off and tried to beat Tony a couple times, though fans didn't take most of the near fall seriously. Um, yeah, they kissed in the middle of the ring. They made out.
Oh my god.
After a big package attempt at headbutt, Storm secured the win with Storm Zero. You gotta love that. They gave it a B, by the way.
Jesus Christ. I
Hey,
almost want to
next.
watch the fucking pay per view so I can do my gratings. Because these aren't
These are
real.
accurate grades.
No, no, they're not. Okay, keep going.
Anarchy in the Arena time.
No, no.
Justin Roberts announced this match by saying, "Ah, shit. It's time for Anarchy in the Arena."
What is this, a movie?
Oh man.
Swerve Strickland walked out in a Predator cosplay. The
What's up
Death
with these
Riders walked out in
threads?
different areas of the arena like the Shield.
Okay.
Yeah, Samoa Joe was absent for a little bit. Um, the Young Bucks walked out in a hilarious Civil War inspired entrance.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, about how they blazed the trail of a land of prosperity for all professional wrestlers. Roberts read this from a scroll, by the way. The founding fathers walked out dressed like they just signed the Declaration of Independence. They were booed heavily.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Samoa Joe appeared in the concourse to attack Claudio. There's a four-way split screen, by the way,
Mm.
and Civil War music play on the during the match. Omega asked for a music change, and the next track was "I'm So Excited" at first, the AEW opening song. And then Kenny and Omega continued the one-man game of Pass the Aux. They were literally passing the aux during the match.
Ooh,
Uh,
what?
He requested bodies by drowning pool. And whenever he did that, Swerve at the perfect moment, just whenever they at the and he jumps off
Mm.
like a AEW spot. And then Powerhouse Hobbs gets on next.
And
Oh,
he plays Mark Henry's theme song.
no, it's called Nuck If You Buck.
Oh, wow. Why would that be okay?
I don't know that song, so I don't know.
Wheeler Yuta was
Nah.
tossed off the balcony into crowd catchers while Kenny Omega hit a moonsault off the same balcony onto the heels. Hobbs hits the spear through a table on Claudio. As the woman brawled outside, Maria Shafir loudly said, "Hit me." As Willow Nightingale hit her with the bottle. Shafir was busted open. Blood.
Mm.
Blood ever met. Shibata hit Yuta with a barbed wire kick. Audio hit the giant swing on Swerve and released him into a speaker. The music stopped, thankfully. Bloody Shafir continued to screen spots at Willow. They double stomp the Young Bucks double stomp Omega on the top rope, causing him to flip into a Nicholas Jackson powerbomb through the table. Uh, Fans were chanting, "Please help Willow" because she was getting killed. Swerve returned on a forklift where he hit a double stomp on the Young Bucks. Yeah. Try to sort through all this because this is all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Hook returned and logged Claudio with a golf club before storming off. That's
Ah.
cool. And then the Young Bucks hit the EVB trigger with thumbtacks in Omega's mouth. Ma- Mark Briscoe came flying off the stage onto the heels as the action spilled toward the ambulance. I guess this was Eddie Kingston's replacement. Wait, what? Mark Briscoe was just in a fucking match.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I.
he's been
Yeah.
involved in this storyline. Just
Oh
yeah,
my
it's a lot.
god. Okay.
Death Riders locked in the ambulance. The Young Bucks were left alone. Omega swerved his stereo V trigger and house call. Prince Nana pulled out a Paris spiked swerve answer threes after Omega one winged angel threw exploding table on Matthew Jackson. Swerve hit a spike stomp on Nicholas Jackson for the win. Swerve showed off the staple on his tongue in celebration.
So the good guys won.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was an incredible Anarchy in the Arena match. Everybody shined and delivered on its ominous match title. Worth the price of admission for this match alone, they say.
Don't tell me it's an A.
A plus.
That's fucking.
I think I agree,
Oh,
Nathan.
ah, gosh.
All right.
So next is the Don Callis family versus the Paragon.
Who?
Lance Archer randomly appeared on commentary alongside Don Callis for some reason. Why Lance Archer?
Uh,
Crowd was quiet. Basically, just after that whole bullshit that just happened, there were just some spots. The Don Callis family win. Brody Lee and oh my god, my favorite Tomohiro Ishii came out.
Brody Lee.
Yeah,
You mean Brody King?
Brody King. Oh yeah.
I was about to
I was
say.
like, oh no, from the grave.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tomohiro Ishii came out and followed by Hiroyoshi Tanahashi.
Mm-mm.
The baby faces even the odds ahead of Forbidden Door.
Oh gosh, I need Adam Cole to stop losing,
I need
please.
Adam Cole to just come back
Goodness.
to WWE.
He's feuding with Ichi, Nathan. Is that great?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, main event time. We're there, folks.
God.
Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. Final for the men's Owen Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's a faint "Holy shit" chant as the match began, followed by chants of "Cowboy shit."
Uh-huh.
Osprey hits a springboard forearm, but he landed awkwardly on Hangman's knee, appearing to hurt his back. Thankfully, it was just a work. The announcers point out how Osprey was appealing to the crowd much more than Hangman was. At the halfway point, the audience reaction was in depth, but it didn't feel like a main event reaction either.
Hmm.
They say Anarchy in the Arena show got my ass. Of course it did.
Yeah.
Uh, Fans finally came to their feet after running Spanish Fly from Osprey. Hangman paid homage to Christopher Daniels with the Angels wings for near fall. Um, this match like broke down to a fight as Osprey pummeled Hangman, drawing boos from the crowd. So they're booing Osprey.
Hmm.
Hangman briefly contemplated a buckshot lariat, but Osprey kicked him off the apron. And increasingly heelish Osprey bashed Hangman's head into the announce table as the boos continued. So I guess he's turning heel.
Probably booing him
Os-
because they're probably tired of him saying he's the best in the fucking world when he's not.
Osprey went for a stormbreaker on the table. Hangman tried to counter with a dead eye as the table collapsed before he hit the boot.
It's
It's
like The
so,
Rock and
yeah.
yeah.
Both Osprey and Page removed their arm pads and charged at each other. But
Oh.
Osprey took the buckshot lariat for a great near fall. After a second buckshot lariat attempt, Osprey intercepted Page with a hidden blade for a near fall.
Ooh.
Alright.
Osprey invokes Kenny Omega with a V trigger, but Hangman counter a one winged angel with Swerve's big pressure finisher. You know, since he loves Swerve now.
Mm-hmm. The
Um,
best
two
finisher.
use signature moves from each other's greatest rivals and dueling desperate attempts to win the Owen. When the dust cleared, Hangman hit another buckshot lariat for the win. After the match, Hangman and Adam Page returned to the ring to console a weeping Will Ospreay. He was crying.
Good.
Uh,
They shake hands and they gave this match a B plus.
Honestly, I'm actually glad that they had Hangman win over Will Ospreay.
like Will has been yapping, and
Yes.
he's not even in the world title picture right now.
Yeah.
It's like I don't get it. Like it's like, dude.
I like Hangman better than I like Will Ospreay, so I'm
I think they
actually
just did
glad that they
that.
made that decision.
I think they did that because it's in Texas and Adam Page is going to win in Texas. I think that's what's going to happen. That's why they did that.
But he's not from Texas. I get his gimmick. Yeah,
Exactly.
sure, is Texas, but
Cowboy shit. Cowboy shit.
That's
oh yeah,
that's
because
terrible.
we're in horses here in
Yeah,
Texas all
Yeah,
the time.
exactly.
Texas. That's what Tony Khan thinks. He's on like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
They ride horses.
Oh, obviously, well, obviously Tony Khan wants both come from them at the same time. But
Yeah. Well, that's
anyways, um, obviously AEW Double or Nothing was a better pay per view than Battleground.
I'm gonna
Right,
look up to
Nathan?
see if the Dave Meltzer things are up right now.
They're not. Look,
I'm pissed, man.
yeah, I'm joking though. NXT Battleground sounded way better, and it was better than Double or Nothing.
They
Oh
had the wrong Owens women's winner. Just saying.
no, he hasn't released anything yet. Okay, well that was Dynamite or not Dynamite, Double or Nothing.
Yep.
Pretty much Dynamite.
Next is
I was gonna say
yeah.
Uh,
Next pay per view is All In Texas, I think.
and
Or no,
me
Forbidden
and Bradley
Door.
are contemplating because Gabe's already going. Me and Bradley are contemplating if we want to go or
contemplating.
not. We'll see.
Gabe,
Let
how
me
much did you
see.
spend?
Um, I don't. I bought it a while back.
Mm.
Hold
This
on.
was before he was like, maybe AEW's not so good.
No, okay. I know. I don't think AEW's bad like y'all do. I mean, I enjoyed it a little bit.
It's bad. Did you just hear all the shit I just said?
No, it's not. I mean, like I do think like Will Ospreay be yapping too much, but um, yeah. So there. Let's see. I was gonna look at their pay per view schedule. They have like Fyter Fest, which isn't even a real pay per view. They have Summer, the real even Grand Slam, which they have Grand Slam Australia in June.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, wait, what? It's in Mexico, but it's called. That can't be right.
It's in Mexico, but it's called Grand Slam Australia.
Aren't they like doing Fine CML there? I think.
I don't know.
But
Oh
why
my
call it
god.
Grand Slam Australia if it's in Mexico?
I don't know because this thing isn't updated because it says All In is at 8, which it's not. But anyway, and then Forbidden Door is after All In. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. All
Alrighty.
right.
Well, Bradley, do
Well,
you want to start the NXT Battleground recap?
yep.
Alright.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay. Battleground. So tonight NXT Battleground is in Tampa, Florida. Same as Saturday night's main event was where it was at.
Mhm.
Uh, Um, so we open the show with Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka, the match we did not predict to open the show.
Yeah, we are all like, what the fuck?
I mean,
Kind of
hey,
weird
you know what it
choice. It was
was?
still a
yeah,
good match,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was for the Women's North American Championship. The match started off botchy a little bit, but there were some cool spots. Like Sol hits a avalanche X Factor on Jordan.
Yeah, that was
That was
crazy.
nice. Kalani looked like she lay on the top of her head.
Mhm.
Then Kalani later does a frog splash, but Soul kicks out, and then some other spots happen. Kalani sets up for a poison rana off the top rope, but Soul does a backflip. That was nice. She hits a spear. So everybody just has a spear though. But Jordan kicks out, and then Kalani hits a Spanish fly, but Zarya pulls the ref, and Zarya gets thrown out. It still doesn't matter though in the end because Kalani, uh, Soul Ruka retains by doing an avalanche soul snatcher and she wins the match.
Yeah.
And we gave this match a B minus, so 8 out of 10. Then we go backstage where we see two women's wrestlers from AAA. I got their names.
Okay.
I don't know who they are, so I'm probably going to butcher this. But one's named Chick Tormenta, and the other is just called Dales. Hey, Dales.
Okay.
So they're both talking to Ava. I guess they want a match. And then we see another backstage interview of Mike Santana from TNA, basically saying he's got next whoever wins the main event tonight for the TNA Championship. But then the NQCC comes up, no quarter catch crew.
Mhm.
Dipsy uh, Charles Dempsey doesn't want him here, but Tavion says, I'll take it from here. It says, how about me and you, Mike Santana, this Tuesday on NXT?
Hmm.
So, all right. Um, then we got six-man tag team action. Josh Briggs and the NXT tag team champs, Hank and Tank versus the Coling.
Yep.
The match started off fast, like a six-man tag. Hank and Tank were trying to do their finishers to start the match, but don't hit it the first time. But later, Hank and Tank and Briggs all jump out of the ring at the same time, but Josh Briggs goes like the other direction. That was kind of risky spot. What happens if they all get met
Collided.
at the same time?
Yeah. They collided together. That would have been funny.
Um, then the Coling did some tag team moves on Tank, like they couldn't pick him up to save their
Yeah.
life. Like three times they like murdered him, like hit him for real. I was just like, Jesus
Poor
Christ.
Tank.
Later, the Coling almost won because of Izzy Dame. She big booted Briggs while the ref was distracted. Jensen took advantage by a roll up, but Briggs kicks out. I thought it was over. Briggs then hits a good
Oh
lariat
no.
on Jensen, and then Hank and Tank hit their tag team finisher on Jensen as well, and keeps out Spears and the other dude
Hmm.
from getting inside the ring. But they win the match. Then the Coling attacks all of them after the match. Then it's the ultimate return of Nathan's favorite wrestler, Yoshiki Inamura. And
No.
he helps fight the Coling off to end that bullshit. Dude, I missed him. I missed him.
You don't even know who he is.
Oh, that's
We gave this
great.
match a C plus, 7.5
Now that I think
plus.
about it, it should have been like a C minus, but
No, too late.
Correct winner, so fine.
no,
And
for you,
Yoshiki came back.
correct winner.
Yoshiki came back.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah,
Gabe was the
man.
only one that fucking picked Josh Briggs and Hank and Tank to win.
Again, your
Yeah,
tag team
Foley
champions
got
can't be
buried.
losing like that, man.
Yeah, that's true. They already lost before a few weeks ago, so
Okay, next we go backstage to Ethan Page, which he says he's going to win the North American title against Ricky Saints this Tuesday.
mm,
But then Avo comes up and says that their match is first on NXT on Tuesday to open up the show. And says that a random challenger will face the winner at Worlds Collide for the NXT North American Championship to end the backstage segment. Okay. Next is the weakest match on the card. It was very slow. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
yeah.
The series finale of The Sopranos is here. Um, they kept trying to curb stomp each other throughout the whole match on the ropes. Like, what was that?
That was terrible.
It didn't even pay off that good. It looked horrible.
Hmm.
D'Angelo hits a spine buster and the forget about it, but Stacks kicks out.
Forget about it.
The Stacks go for the crowbar, but it wasn't there. And they don't pay this off, by the way.
Maybe what's the other guy's name? Luca.
He
Maybe
did,
he moved it before the
but
match.
why would he move?
I don't know.
I
I'm just trying
don't
to
know.
make sense of it.
Oh god.
D'Angelo hits the spine buster, but he's distracted by the presence of Luca Crucifino, and this allowed Stacks to capitalize by giving a knee to the back to win the match like an AEW finisher.
He low blowed him first.
Oh, he did. After the match, Tony doesn't trust Crucifino anymore. It was really dumb. They could have executed it better, to be honest.
What do we
But
give
at the
this? A
end of the
D?
day, Tony got whacked by Christopher.
Mm-hmm. And then what would we give that? Like a D?
A D plus.
Yeah, D plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no.
Another
um,
boring match.
then we got Stephanie Bakir versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. My girl won, like I predicted.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But
It's fine.
anyways, Jordan Grace comes out first, Then Stephanie back here, she looks at the two women from AAA from in the crowd that was from that backstage segment earlier. So they're setting that up, which I figured she was going to be a big part of AAA, the pay per view. So
Mm,
that's why I figured she would retain. Um, this match had some botches. I did think the Women's North American Championship match was better, in my opinion. But anyways, Stephanie tried to hit the move that makes Booker T come,
yep.
but Jordan gives him blue balls by escaping it, and then Grace throws out Stephanie out of the ring, then throws Vakir onto Booker T's dick. He probably enjoyed it though.
So he didn't have blue balls after all.
Yeah. Later on, Stephanie did hit the move, and Booker comes all over the place like usual. Next, Stephanie hits the.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Booker. Uh, Next, Stephanie hits the SVB, but Grace kicks out. Some other spots happen, like Stephanie on the top does a suplex, and then follows up with the jackhammer. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Jordan Grace did
And
that
some,
move.
yeah, and some other spots happen in the match, but Stephanie ultimately wins by hitting the spinal tap to retain.
Yeah. Good match.
Has she always used that as a backup finisher? The spinal tap?
She, yeah, I think she's used it a couple times. I don't know if she's won a match off of it. I
Mhm.
think she has a couple, but yeah, she's used it as like a secondary.
So next up, Ricky
What
Saints
about
has an
that match?
in-ring
Was it
promo.
a
Oh yeah, we gave that B minus. A. I was hunting again. Next up, Ricky Saints has an in-ring promo. He says that Ethan Page is obsessed with him, and that he is tired of Ethan Page, and says he is fine starting the show on NXT this Tuesday, and says that the North American title will be defended at Worlds Collide, and Ricky says he ain't afraid of anyone who steps up. And then Ethan Page comes from behind to sneak attack him, but Ricky anticipated the attack and throws him out, and then jumps off the top rope onto security and Page in the in-ring promo. So, Gabe, you excited for the match?
Yeah, great. I'm excited.
Yep.
Next is the NXT Championship match: Oba Femi versus Miles Bourne, the underdog.
Mhm.
Miles Bourne came out first. Fans were more behind Oba for this match.
Yeah. Obviously.
Bourne's character didn't really get over, to be honest, like the whole underdog angle.
Mm-mm.
No.
Anyways, Booker T came whenever Oba came out and started his usual shtick: the
No
no
bread. Oh
water,
yeah, no water.
no
No
bread,
bread. Just
just me.
me.
As for the match was slow paced at first. Oba was just destroying Miles like we predicted. Um, then Miles kept on hitting the drop kicks throughout the whole match. That was kind of dumb. They were counting how many drop
Yes,
kicks
they were
he did.
counting. That's why I was like,
Mhm.
okay,
Like if it was
anyway.
his finisher or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was weird.
Then Oba hit some good moves like a pop up uppercut.
Yeah.
And like Miles did a backflip. Then he got caught by Oba. And it just like those insect spot from Infinity War.
Mhm.
Miles Bourne did hit one of Randy Orton's spots, so like over
The
the thing,
power slam.
and the fans chanted RKO after because fans think he looks like similar to Orton.
Mhm.
Anyways, Bourne hits a frog splash from Oba, but Oba kicks out. There were a lot of close calls, but then Oba hits the fall from grace, but Bourne kicks out one of them, like I predicted.
Mhm.
He at least then Oba lariats the shit out of Bourne.
Yeah.
Then does like his signature, then hits two fall from graces to be safe,
Yep.
and he retains. Like we all predicted, it was a good match. There was no betrayal turn from Charlie Dempsey, like I figured.
Yep.
I thought they were gonna like protect Bourne by doing, Dempsey to cost them because they were building him up.
Yeah.
And Dempsey's been like hinting at it, so
Well,
but we gave this match a B, so A and a half.
yeah.
So it was the second highest match of the night. Um then we go backstage. Stephanie runs into the two AAA women that she saw in the crowd. But JC Jane and Fallon Henley take out Stephanie to end the backstage segment. By the way, Fallon Henley and JC Jane have been talking backstage for the whole pay per view. Like the earlier backstage segments, they were talking behind other people, two cutting promos. Like they were cutting promos. So thanks for coming to the pay per view, guys. Talk
of
backstage throughout the
of,
whole pay per view.
of Tuesday, JC is facing Stephanie for the women's championship.
All right.
So JC Jane, right, guys? You like?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
look, all right, go piss a lot of people off.
Also, not that I care, but aren't they trying to build up Dark State? Like, you gotta make him attack someone if you're
Yeah,
gonna get him over.
I mean
I
they
don't
had a match on
care.
Stand Deliver, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
but I figured they would, in some shape or form be on him.
yeah, appear even. Yeah,
Not this time.
Um. Okay, so it's main event time. Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Before the match, AJ Styles narrates the history of TNA. That was really cool. We
Hmm.
got to see, WWE acknowledging AJ Styles' TNA run. We see young AJ Styles. That was cool. Um, we then see the TNA owner in the crowd, Carlos Silva, I think his name is. Um, we'll cut back to him later. Um, then Trick comes out first to whoop that Trick, and
Oh
Booker
yeah,
coming like
man.
usual.
Oh yeah, man.
Then Joe Hendry came out and the crowd erupts. And when the match started, the crowd was just
oh
going
my
crazy.
god.
Yeah.
They were chanting TNA. Hendry jumps out of the ring to start the match onto Trick Williams, just does like a side dive on him. That was cool.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of figured that was a spot where Hendry hurt his knee,
Hmm.
I guess. Um, Trick then takes out Hendry and does a turnaround spot like Hendry. And then later Joe's on the top with Trick, does a fall away slam. It was very fast looking, like they weren't ready. I don't think Hendry was ready, like he was doing
Yeah. He
slow,
like
but
just
Trick
kind
just
of
went
like
back.
fell back and had to throw him
Yeah.
over.
Then Trick hits Booker T's scissors kick, and then Trick
Hmm.
goes for the spinneroonie,
And Booker T's
and
like,
Booker,
let me see it.
yeah,
Let me
Booker's like,
see it.
he was like, give it.
Give it to me. Yeah.
And then he does it, but he turns around and gets booked in by Hendry.
Yeah.
But Trick kicks out. Booker T was like, "Oh no, man, not Joe."
What?
What?
Hendry looks like he hit his knee or something. It looked like he was injured. He was just selling.
Hmm.
Then Hendry hits the fall away slam and hits his pose, and then sets up for a standing ovation. He tries to hit it, but Trick does a backflip, and Trick
Hmm.
goes for an axe kick, but misses. And then Hendry hits a standing ovation, and Trick gets his leg on the ropes.
Yeah.
And then they go outside. Trick and Hendry are on the steel steps near the announce table. And Trick hits Bookin through the announce table, but very stiff announce table. Still,
Hmm.
but still is kind of standing.
Kind of broke.
And then they get back in the ring. Trick Williams hit the trick shot, but Joe Hendry kicks out.
Hmm.
Then Trick gets out of the ring and grabs the title, but the referee grabs it. Then Joe Hendry does a roll up as Trick is distracted. But Trick kicks out still, but the belt drops from the ref's hands due
Yeah.
to the roll up.
Yeah.
Then Hendry runs at Trick, but Trick counters by hitting a flapjack on top of the champion. That was
Yeah. His
cool.
face lands on a champion.
And then Trick hits the trick shot for the second time on Hendry to win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
That's wild.
Actually
And
insane.
Nathan and Gabe were shocked. I kind of seen it coming.
That's insane.
I wish I
It,
picked him.
if you remember our predictions, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
I
that
was
is
How
very
they
in shock. That was
insane.
how they
wild.
finished the match was really good though.
I thought the match
Yeah,
was pretty good.
And then After the match, they panned to the TNA president,
Yeah. And
and
he
he looked
was
pissed.
was
pissed.
But hopefully that's just kayfabe. You know, they actually told him that would be some.
oh, of
That would
course.
be horrible if they did it.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Uh,
Nah,
but yeah, like again, TNA gets buried, and Joe still hasn't won a single pay per view.
In
And
NXT at least, yeah.
yeah.
so
However, besides the negatives, like I don't mind Trick winning it, but Hendry needs a win. It was still ultimately the best match of the night, though, for sure.
Mm,
We gave this match a solid A. So, but overall, the pay per view is a B minus with an 8 out of 10.
makes sense. Oh
Double or Nothing was better though, but
yeah, that was an A plus plus plus.
yep.
But yeah,
trying to see. Yeah, their next pay per view is I think Slammiversary.
nice. When's that?
In July 20th. So it's the weekend after All In and
I
all that
bet that's
stuff.
when Hendry wins it back.
Yeah,
Has to be.
Yeah,
he's got to
That
win.
is.
Does the TNA pay per view Slammiversary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's one of their biggest ones, right?
Yeah, it is their biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh
that'd be
no,
a
no,
huge
my bad.
one.
Bound. Well, it's their anniversary, and then
Yeah.
Bound for Glory is in October, which that's their technically WrestleMania. But
Okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
So we got to present the new championship
Yep. Was last place was Tyler with 53 points. Then it
to be
was your
it
expected.
champ
doesn't show up.
truly. He doesn't show up. He's so mad.
Yep.
Um, then third place was me, your champion, with 56 points. Second place with 57 points was Bradley, and your new NXT champion with 63
Yep.
points. As
Yep.
much as I hate to give it away, Gabe
Yep.
Jones.
That
You
is
hate to give it
fine.
away.
We need to have like an actual champion that we haven't.
Yeah. But like, if I got the Trick Williams thing, if I picked him, dude, I could have won the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's tough.
Yep.
that's
I should.
tough.
I should have. He got
Okay.
it off Hank and Hank winning. Like,
Well, yeah. Honk.
here you
Honk.
go, gang. Here you go, the freaking Mark champion. Here you go.
Honk. Oh my god.
That's funny. But do y'all have
Um.
anything else to say?
Wait. Oh.
Um,
So. Oh, go ahead, Bradley. Go ahead.
no, you figure it out.
No, no, no. What I'm doing. Yeah. You got it. You do have something.
Oh, I was just saying, do you want to win the double, the AW title? You know, do y'all want
Uh,
to win that?
no, I'm okay. Thanks though.
I'm okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a 24/7 title.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um. I was gonna. Do you have y'all have the trivia standings pulled up?
Yes, I do.
I was gonna ask y'all two questions
Oh God.
while
Okay,
we
here
have
we
a little
go.
bit of time.
All right. Hold on, let me pull it up.
um,
Da-da-da-da-da.
since they are both, there's gonna be one AEW question and one
Oh
TNA
no!
question.
All right.
Oh no!
It's gonna be fun. Now, they're like fairly
Okay.
easy,
All right.
fairly
All right.
easy. All right, so um, which former or which WWE Hall of Famer is the inaugural TNA World Champion?
Kurt Angle.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
All right,
Yeah.
Bradley, your mark.
That is
Okay.
correct.
What? Kurt Angle was big in TNA at the time.
Bradley's a mark.
Kurt
Okay.
Angle. Dude.
Bradley has 3 points. You fucking mark. Okay.
Okay, if you get the AEW one right, you're the biggest mark. You.
But so there's three answers to this, but I don't
Okay.
know how this is gonna work. But
I could try to get all
um,
three.
yeah, how many? Or you name the former AEW World Champions that was never in WWE,
Okay.
basically, or at
Okay.
least a main star in WWE. I guess if you want to put it that way.
Kenny
Yeah.
MJF.
Omega.
Okay. You want me to go first, or you want? Okay. I'm gonna say MJF, Hangman Adam Page. Ah, shit.
What's the third one?
Kenny Omega.
Bradley, what's your answer?
the same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's both correct. Yeah, y'all both get a point. Yeah, there you go.
Yay!
Um,
We're both marks. Yay!
Mhm.
that's actually insane. Like I was looking at the championship list and John, technically John Moxley has 5 reigns as world champion.
That's wild.
Uh,
Technically
that's-
5 because there was a point when him and Punk and they were trading off and he
Yeah.
got injured and won
yeah,
it
yeah.
back. I was like,
Didn't he lose
holy.
to Ray Phoenix?
Not for the world
Oh,
championship,
okay, it was for a different champion. Okay, I
but that
remember
is
that
insane.
happening. Well, anything else, y'all? No.
Nope.
All
Nope.
right. Well, that was it. That was the Ring Banter podcast. We recapped Double or Nothing and NXT Battleground. We will see y'all Saturday for Raw,
The
NXT,
normal
and
show.
SmackDown, and we also do AEW and TNA. So make sure y'all are watching that. Make sure y'all are subscribing to the channel.
No more pay-per-views for next 2 weeks.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
We're
2 weeks.
good with
We're
pay-per-views
good.
now.
Okay.
For now. For
2 weeks
now.
of not watching pay-per-views. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm your host Nathan Bain with Gabe Jones and Bradley, and we'll catch y'all next weekend.